here's a rule of engagement that you need to pick up on as we go through this. If you want to fight fair, if you want to be a servant, not selfish, learn this from Solomon. He could have demanded, he could have threatened, he could have manipulated, but he walked away until cooler heads prevailed. Okay? He walked away. Here's a principle, a rule of engagement for fighting fair. Sometimes you just need to shut up, stupid. I'm not talking about her. Don't tell her that. That's yourself, okay? That's what, with me and Amy, sometimes it's like, just shut up, stupid, Pat, stupid, all right? Just shut up, walk away. Because I don't know if you know this or not. I had to learn this. I talk a lot, okay? And I don't know if you know this, but if you get to know me more, I don't have much of a filter, okay? And so generally, if I open my mouth, what I think comes out. So it was very hard for me to learn, whoa, back up. That might win the moment, but it ain't gonna win the future, right? It's not gonna do you any good. And so what he did was he walked away until cooler heads prevail. If you wanna fight fair, if you wanna be a servant, here's what you do. You don't have to react as your spouse reacts. It's not, you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you more. You cut me, I'll cut deeper. You shouted at me, I'll shout louder. You see, that's not a servant. That's a selfish. That's not trying to win the moment. That's trying to win the moment, not life, right? And so you don't react as they react. Sometimes you just need to walk away. Look at what it says in 1 Thessalonians 5:15. See that no one repays anyone evil for evil. Don't shout at them just because they shout at you. Evil for evil. Don't hurt them just because they hurt you, evil for evil. Don't cut them because they cut you, evil for evil. Don't react that way, but always seek to do good to others and to everyone. Right? And so sometimes you just need to walk away. You need to discuss this, but right now ain't the moment to discuss it. You need to wait until you can discuss it intentionally, not instinctually. Does that make sense? Because your instinct is to win. Your instinct is to fight. Your instinct is to scream. Your instinct is however you do. Your instinct, so you need to wait till you can do it intentionally, not instinctually. And intentionally means my intention is not to win the moment, but to win the future, right? Not to win the moment, but to win the future. And so she finally realized here, and so he backed away until cooler heads prevail, and he left, okay? Now, she got up. She finally realized how selfish she was. She finally realized, I'm being selfish here. I'm not serving him. I'm being selfish. So she gets up. She goes to the door, let him in. She realizes he's gone. Okay? She gets frantic now. She gets upset. She gets nervous. So she goes out and really begins to intently look for him, right? And so as she's out looking for him, notice the watchmen find her and beat her. Now, that's just like, woo, boy, that's a curveball. Where'd that come from? Well, this lets us know she's dreaming. One, because the watchmen would never beat her. She's the queen. They would bow to her, not beat her. Okay, so she's dreaming, and most every theologian, commentary, biblical scholar, what they believe is happening here, and I believe what's happening here is she's dreaming about this because it's recurring, and this whole beating scenario is referring to, it's a symbol of the conviction that she's under. Conviction's a good thing, but man, conviction, it feels like you're being beaten sometimes, right? When you are under conviction, it doesn't feel great, but it's wonderful. Okay? And she's under conviction. She's being beaten up by the conviction of what I've been doing is selfish. Okay? And so here is, as we look at this, as she goes out, I want you to see another rule of engagement. She took the initiative to make things right. She took the initiative. Someone has to take the initiative to make things right. Someone has to take the initiative to say, you know what, I want to make things right. Because it's not about winning the argument, it's about having a winning marriage. Okay? And if your objective is to win the argument, then you're not going to take the initiative to make things right. But if it's about having a winning marriage, then someone has to take the initiative. Now, you might not be the one who is responsible for starting the argument in your mind. None of us ever are, really. But legitimately, it might be the responsibility of the other person. But you should still feel a conviction and a heartbreak because your marriage is in conflict, and be willing to take the initiative to make it right. That's called a servant, not selfish. A selfish says, no, you hurt me, you're doing everything. You hurt me, I'm not moving. I'm standing right here, you're coming all the way to me. See, that's somebody that says, man, I'm digging in and I'm winning the moment. I'm going to end up winning here. And the deal is, man, let's win. Let's have a winning marriage, right?